And how long will it be before we see legislation?
Well, the timetable is the Oireachtas Committee will consider the issue between the 8th and 10th of January, so that's going to start immediately in the new year. Following that, the heads of legislation will be drawn up. Obviously, the submissions that are made and the cases and the hearings that will be held by the Oireachtas Committee will inform the drawing up of the legislation that then will be brought to government and considered once the heads are drawn.
Can we take it that it will include the threat of suicide as a substantial threat to the woman's life as a grounds for legal access to abortion?
The legislation will obviously have to be within the terms of the Constitution and will have to also be within the terms of the Supreme Court judgment on the X case, which, as you recall, was a case that involved suicide. At this stage, I think it is. I don't think it is wise for anybody to preempt exactly what will be in the legislation or regulations. We will have to have the Oireachtas Committee hearings and then consider the heads of bill when they're brought forward.
But it will include suicide?
It will be within the X case judgment. I mean, it will be obviously to deal with the judgment, the Supreme Court judgment in the X case.
I think it's important to understand that on 2 occasions the Irish people in a referendum were asked if they wish to remove suicide from the original judgment, and they chose not to. So we as legislators have to deal with the reality as it is. There was a court case, there was a finding that the Supreme Court has ruled in effect in terms of the Constitution, and is now our responsibility, after equivocation for over 20 years, to actually bring forward legislation that reflects with certainty and clarity what that judgment actually is. And this is the task now that we all have to face. Initially, as the Tanaiste has said, with the committee meeting for 3 days, taking hearings, and then when the Minister for Health on behalf of the government has heard that, draft heads of the bill to implement this decision will be presented in the first instance to the committee so that they get an input at it at draft stage. And as the Taoiseach has said repeatedly, there will be full engagement of any member of the Oireachtas who wishes to contribute to this debate.